Want to welcome everyone to NEA Sports coverage of high school softball. Want to apologize for the late start with some technical difficulties. We feel we've got it straightened away here. We are in the top of the fourth inning here in the third place game of the 2A2 regional. East Poinsett County and Cedar Ridge. East Poinsett County with a 4-0 lead, and they are at bat. We had a leadoff walk to Sophia Henderson. Collins Argo was hit by a pitch, and now Caroline Miller just lays down a sacrifice bunt to move those runners to second and third, so two in scoring position off the bunt of Miller, who reached on an error on bunt in the third and got the scoring started as the Lady Warriors scored 4 in the third inning to take the 4-0 lead. Pitch is outside, ball 1 to shortstop Riley Barnes. Barnes is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to the pitcher on a bunt that she popped up. That one is in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Barnes, trying to add to this 4-0 EPC Lady Warrior lead. The winner of this will be the third seed in next week's state tournament. That one's a strike on the outside corners, 2-1 with one down here in the fourth. Loser of this will be the 4 seed. Both these teams making it to Palestine Wheatley next week for the 2A state tournament. Up and in for ball 3 and a 3-1 count to leadoff hitter Riley Barnes. Pitcher Kylie Henderson's batting second. Riley Ashcraft third. Carmen Jones, the catcher, is fourth. Kelly Ashcraft is fifth. And that is a walk to Riley Barnes to load the bases. Caden Servatio batting sixth, and then Sophia Hernandez seventh, Carlins Argo eighth, and Caroline Miller ninth. Now we'll see the pitcher Kylie Henderson. She had an RBI double off the wall in her last plate appearance, last inning, to help her own cause, as she's also in the circle, and she hits that one hard but foul for an 0-1 count. Sophia Hernandez at third, Collins Argo at second, a walk and a hit by pitch. Riley Barnes walked to load the bases at first. So the bases loaded and one out for Kylie Henderson, the shortstop, or the pitcher, I should say. I'm off my game too. Off-speed pitch misses outside, 1-1 count, one out in this fourth inning. EPC 18-5 on the season, coached by Brandon Powell. Up and in for ball 2. They reached this third place game with a 12-2 victory over Sloan Hendricks in the first round on Thursday, and then fell to Tuckerman 11-1 yesterday. Fouled off. 2-2 to Kylie Henderson. That one, from an account I received, was a closer game than that score indicated for a while. And your pitcher here, Kylie Henderson, tweaked her knee kind of on the base paths, and Tuckerman took advantage of that for the rest of the game. Although we'll see the Tuckerman Lady Bulldogs and the Riverside Lady Rebels in this afternoon's championship match right after this one, about 2:30. The starting pitch for that one. 2-2 count, full count, fouled back. And it'll stay full to Kylie Henderson. That is Reagan Skaggs in the circle for the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves. She started the game in center. Bella Arms was the starting pitcher, and she worked a 1-2-3 first, and then got out of a jam in the second with runners on first and second. That one is flown out into foul territory and caught by third baseman Lindley Bruce. So 2 down, bases loaded now for Riley Ashcraft, and her last at bat, she took one to right center and was a 2 RBI triple to set the score at 4-0 EPC. First pitch to Ashcraft is lined up the middle to second base. Going to get it to first and called out. So nice play by the second baseman there, Brianna Hopper, and that is the third out. So no harm done, leaving the bases loaded for EPC as we head to the bottom of the fourth in the 2A2 regional third place game. 4-0 EPC leads here on NEA Sports. We're back here at Riverside High School, host of the 2A2 Regional Tournament. Brad Davis with you as we see Reagan Skaggs step into the box and take the first pitch she sees opposite way for a leadoff single for the Cedar Ridge pitcher. Now we'll see Bella Arms step in to the batter's box with a runner on and no one out from the left side. Lady Timberwolves 19-11 on the season. They had a 12-0 victory over Piggott in the first round and then fell to Riverside 10-0 yesterday to set this matchup today. They trailed this one 4-0 to EPC as Carly Henderson misses with ball one. Swung on and missed up out of the zone. 1-1 the count now to Bella Arms. Chloe Castillo, your leadoff hitter for Cedar Ridge. Lindley Bruce, Reagan Skaggs, Bella Arms, Veda Day, Shelby Pankey, Maggie Baxter, Ashley Kirk, and Brianna Hopper, your lineup for the Lady T-Wolves. That one's grounded to short, only play to first. Bouncer in there. Nice scoop by first baseman Kelly Ashcraft. 6-3 on the putout. But it'll be a sacrifice as Skaggs moves to second. So a runner in scoring position for the catcher, Veda Day, who struck out in her first plate appearance. 6 strikeouts today for pitcher Kylie Henderson, as she has worked out of a couple jams but been very consistent so far. That one's in the dirt to the backstop, and Skaggs moves to third base. So runner at third for the catcher, Veda Day. Henderson tweaked her knee yesterday, and Tuckerman took advantage of that to post an 11-1 run, and she seems to be healthy today and looks really good on that outside corner. 1-1 the count with one out here in the fourth. 4-0 Warrior lead. Same spot, fouled off right behind us, or I should say in front of us, as the facility held it in. 1-2. We've had a lot of action right behind home plate here. Pass balls and foul tips right at us in this one. 1-2 pitch from Henderson. Off speed, nice pitch there for her 7th strikeout of the day in the second out of the inning. Shortstop Shelby Pankey will come to the plate, trying to get a 2-out rally going for the Lady Timberwolves. She walked in her first plate appearance in the second inning. Was left stranded there at first. That one's popped up out of play, and strike one. Both of these teams, the 2 seed out of their out of the respective conference. EPC, the conference champion in the 2A3, but district tournament runner-up to Riverside. That one's hit the opposite way, and that's going to get Cedar Ridge on the scoreboard. Reagan Skaggs will cross home plate, and the RBI single for Shelby Pankey. Nice piece of hitting there. She went the opposite way with it to put the Lady T-Wolves on the board. It's 4-1 EPC now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, as Cedar Ridge is the home team today. EPC the visitors. Cedar Ridge, the conference runner-up and district tournament runner-up. So the two seeds making it to today's Consolation game. Up out of the zone to number 12, Maggie Baxter, but she offers at it, and it's 0-1. Coach Nolan Smith giving instructions down there at first base to Panky. That one's in the dirt and gets to the backstop, so Shelby Panky will advance to second base. Been pretty chalk in this tournament so far. The 2 1 seeds in the finals, the 2 2 seeds playing now in the consolation game. Every game so far has been run rule. So looking for 2 good games today and 4-1 in this one. Nice pitch there by Henderson to make it 1-2. 1-2 delivery, 2 down. Fouled off out of play, and Baxter battles at the plate. Rebecca Ryder, the coach of the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves, 19-11 on the season. Like we said, the 2 seed out of the 2A2 district. 1-2 delivery, off-speed pitch, catches inside corner. Nice pitch by Henderson to record her 8th strikeout of the game and end the inning. But Cedar Ridge puts one on the board. EPC will come to bat in the top of the 5th, leading this one 4-1 on NEA Sports.
R&J Farms is a proud supporter of the Riverside Rebels and wants to wish the best of luck to both the boys and girls basketball teams this season. Go Rebels!
Southland Gin Incorporated, located at 900 Highway 135 North in Lake City, Arkansas, is a proud supporter of the state champion Riverside Lady Rebels softball team.
I'm Rachel Dunnigan Hickman, and I'm excited to be running for the school board, Position 2 in the Buffalo Island Central School District. My husband Brett and I are raising 4 students who are currently enrolled in the district. I'm also a proud graduate of the school system and a longtime supporter. I work right here in our community, and I care deeply about keeping our district strong by supporting great teachers and staff, keeping students safe, and making sure every child has the opportunity to succeed. I'd be honored to earn your support and your vote. Thank you.
Back here at the 2A2 regional tournament on the campus of Riverside High School in Lake City, Arkansas. Brad Davis on the call for you here on NEA Sports. Third place game, EPC leading Cedar Ridge 4-1 as we head to the top of the 5th, and we'll see Carmen Jones, the catcher, followed by Kelly Ashcraft and Caden Servadio, as that one is hit between second and first and off the shin maybe of now first baseman Bella Arms, and Carmen Jones leads, so that means we'll get to see Sophia Hernandez as well. Give her a hit, be a tough play either way. So a leadoff runner for EPC. That one swung on and fouled off by Kelly Ashcraft, the first baseman. She struck out and bunted a sacrifice over today in her 2 plate appearances. EPC put 4 up on the Lady T-Wolves in the 4th. Henderson, Ashcraft, Collins, Argo, and Caroline Miller coming across. We see ball 1 there. It's 1-1 to set their score at 4, and Cedar Ridge just answered in the bottom of the 4th with 1. So 4-1 your score. EPC leads. Skaggs delivers, fouled off right at us here behind home plate to 1-2 the count to Kelly Ashcraft, the first baseman. Skaggs now set to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Lifted up to right center field, carrying out. Catch is made by right fielder Ashley Kirk, and that's the first out of the inning. Jones stays put at first, and we'll see Caden Servadio, the second baseman, grounded out and flown out today, both to third base. So she's been on top of it, just right at third baseman Lily Bruce. Off-speed pitch up and in, ball 1. Actually, that's Chloe Castillo now that moved to third, and I believe That one's hit to second base, scooped up to second. Safe at first, but the out at second recorded for out number 2. So 5-6 on the putout. I'm sorry, 4-6 on the putout. Couldn't turn the double play, so Servadio at first. 2 down for Sofia Hernandez, who struck out and walked. Walked in the last inning and made her way to third base, but the Warriors left the bases loaded there and a chance to really break this game open. Just couldn't get one across. Swings and misses at strike 1. That one's outside for strike 2, and Servadio will make her way to second on the pass ball. So runner in scoring position now for Hernandez. 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch down and in. A little movement there from Skaggs, and it's 1-2. Off speed outside. 2-2 now with 2 outs and a runner on second. So Deuce is wild here in the 5th. 4-1. EPC with the lead. Top of 5. Skaggs gets the lead, or set to deliver, and another strikeout. So ends the inning without any harm. Runner left on second there for EPC, and we head to the bottom of the 5th where EPC leads Cedar Ridge in this consolation game 4-1 on NEA Sports.
We are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here on NEA Sports, coverage of the 2A2 regional tournament at Riverside. Third place game between the EPC Warriors and the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. EPC leading this one 4-1 as we see the first pitch from Kylie Henderson in the dirt. Ball 1 to number 10, Ashley Kirk, right fielder. Popped up to third base in her first at bat. Carrie Nosler behind the plate umpiring. Robert Tripp at first. Gary Williams, the third base umpire. 1-0 delivery in the dirt, ball 2. Cedar Ridge got one in the last inning to cut the lead to 4-1, and Henderson taking her time. You see the knee wrap there, the brace. She tweaked it yesterday in the game against Tuckerman in the semis. Strike 1, inside corner. 2-1, and a close game became a run rule as the Lady Bulldogs jumped on her. She was struggling with that, but has looked sharp today. That one's grounded, tough hop to first, and that'll be a leadoff runner for Ashley Kirk right at the first baseman Kelly Ashcraft, but that took a nasty hop, and she did good to duck out of the way. And Kirk is on base. I'm going to give her a hit because that would have been tough to handle. Looked like a routine play, and I don't know if it hit something or the right seam, but that thing fired right at her head. Bunt attempt fouled down the third base side, and Brianna Hopper trying to move the runner. She struck out in the third inning. 8 strikeouts today for Kylie Henderson. 0-1 to Hopper, the second baseman. She's had a lot of action her way in the field today. Up and out. 1-1. Didn't offer it at that time. Maybe expecting a pitch out. See what she does with her 1-1 pitch. She's swinging away over the shortstop's head and will fall for a base hit right in between the shortstop Riley Barnes and the left fielder Collins Argo, and a single for Brianna Harper, and the first two are on base for Cedar Ridge. Chloe Castillo, leadoff hitter, center fielder, started at first. I believe now she's at third. I said center field. Third baseman moved to center. That one's popped up out of play. This is the first pitch she sees. She has flown out to right in the first at bat of the first inning and struck out in the third as Henderson struck out the side in the third inning. So 0-1 delivery to Castillo. Pops that one up into foul territory. No one can get to it, and it falls for a long strike. Hernandez and Ashcraft in pursuit, but just couldn't quite get there, and it's 0-2 now. Henderson way ahead in this at-bat. Brings it in low, and it's 1-2 to Castillo. Two runners leading off this inning, nobody out, so a chance for Cedar Ridge to crawl back into this one as they trail 4-1. That one's lifted up to little right center as the catch is made by Caroline Miller. Runners stay put, so it's first and second, one out for Lindley Bruce, who has moved to center field. Started the game at third. She has struck out twice today, trying to put it on the plate or on the bat. She fouls it off right at me. Fortunately, they build these things with backstops. 0-1 to Bruce. One down, runner first and second, swung on and missed. 4-0 count. Outside ball one, 1-2 now with one out. In the dirt, ball two, 2-2 the count. To number 21, Lindley Bruce for the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves, trying to climb back from a 4-1 deficit. Lady Warriors leading this one, bottom of the fifth. Fouls that one off to the backstop, stays alive, 2-2. Winner of this will be the third place team. Loser will be fourth. Winner will play May the 14th in Palestine Wheatley at 12:30 against the second seed from the 2A4 region held in Murfreesboro. 2-2 pitch. Called strike three. Ninth strikeout for Henderson. Second of the inning. Second out of the inning, and Reagan Skaggs, the pitcher, will try to help her own cause with runners on and two outs. Time called as Coach Brandon Powell instructs catcher Carmen Jones to go talk to Henderson, giving some instructions while they're out there. The loser of this will be the 4 seed. They'll play the winner of that 2A4 region May the 14th at 10 a.m. Now Brandon Powell's going to come out and talk to his battery, pitcher and catcher. Couldn't quite relay what was going on, so now he's going to talk to him. Murfreesboro region, the 2A4, will see Horatio and Woodlawn playing at 2:30 in the championship game. That'll be the matchup for these two teams, as they both will head to Palestine Wheatley for the 2A state. Right now, Magnet Cove and Powen playing the consolation game down there. So the winner today plays at 12:30 on the 14th. Loser will play at 10 a.m. Strike one to Skaggs. 14th being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, your state tournament dates. That one's outside, ball one. 1-1, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Lead off hit by Ashley Kirk and then followed by Brianna Hopper, as they are the base runners. 1-1, 2 outs, outside, ball two. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, Riverside High School, the host of the 2A2 regional tournament. Up and out of the zone, 3-1. Ball low, ball four, and the bases are loaded now. Skaggs at first, Hopper at second, Kirk at third for Bella Arms. Started the game in the circle, now is over at first base. She has walked and grounded out today. 2-out rally, trying to get something going for Cedar Ridge. See strike one right down the gut with 2 down. That one's going to be lifted up over the Cedar Ridge dugout, out of play, and Henderson's ahead 0-2. 2 down, bases loaded, 4-1. EPC leads this one, bottom of the fifth. 0-2 pitch to Bella Arms. Swings and misses, and the 10th strikeout of the game for Henderson ends the inning and gets the EPC Lady Warriors out of a jam, and they lead this one 4-1 as we head to the sixth on NEA Sports.
When I was growing up, I would chop cotton occasionally for my dad. He let me start working with him at the gin when I was 16. We have about 15 family farms that we are working with through the gin. A lot of those are descendants of farmers who helped raise me in the cotton gin, and now I'm starting to see the third generation. I feel like as a ginner and also as a producer that we have to do our best job for the consumer. We are trying this by being able to trace this back with DNA, to be able to not just say this is what it is, this is where it came from, but being able to prove that. All you have is your word and your work.
Collins Argo is the batter. Welcome back to NEA Sports coverage of the 2A2 regional tournament at Lake City at Riverside High School. Third place consolation game. 4-1. EPC leads Cedar Ridge. 1-1 count to left fielder Collins Argo for EPC. She reached on a bunt error in the third and scored. Was hit by a pitch in the fourth. Leads off the sixth. We'll see Argo, Miller, and Riley Barnes back at the top. Kylie Henderson, if someone is to reach. Ball in the dirt, 2-1 to Argo. Skaggs returns to the circle, throws that one in low, and it's 3-1. Bella Arms started the game in the circle. 1-2-3 first. Got out of a 2-runner jam in the second. 1-2-3 in the, 1-2-3 in the second. Got left 1 runner in the first, but then got touched up in the fourth, as all 4 EPC runs were scored in that fourth inning. Skaggs came in, has got out of a couple jams. This one is a full count now to Argo. Up and out of the zone. Ball 4, leadoff walk to Collins Argo. So leadoff runner aboard, Caroline Miller, the center fielder, will step to the plate. Miller has reached on a bunt error and scored, and also bunted to the pitcher in the last inning. Seems to be swinging there, and it's strike one, 0-1 to Miller. Top of the 6th, EPC, your visiting squad. Now she's going to bunt it foul, 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. That one's lifted hard down the third base line. Nice play there by Maggie Baxter in left field, just off her glove, but it was in foul territory, so we'll come back and do it again. She went a long way to try to snag that one, just couldn't quite squeeze it. But good effort there by the Cedar Ridge left fielder, Maggie Baxter. 0-2 now. Collins lines it to short, and she's going to double off Miller at first. So 6 unassisted to 3 for the double play. And there's 2 outs down now here in the 6th. And we go back to the top of the order to shortstop Riley Barnes. Struck out, bunted out, and walked in her 3 plate appearances. See strike 1. From Reagan Skaggs, the pitcher. Veda Day, the catcher and battery mate for the Lady Timberwolves. Off speed is outside, 1-1. That one catches the outside corner. It's 1-2. Fouled right back at us. To stay alive, 1-2. One and two, 2 out, 4-1 EPC lead here in the top of the 6th. Swung on and missed. Catcher drops it, fires it down to first for the out. So a leadoff single is doubled up. So essentially becomes a 1-2-3 inning for Skaggs. We go to the bottom of the 6th, EPC 4, Cedar Ridge 1 here on NEA Sports. Back here at Riverside High School, host of the 2A2 regional tournament. We're going to the bottom of the 6th with EPC leading Cedar Ridge 4-1, and Kylie Henderson delivers strike 1 to number 22, the catcher Veda Day of Cedar Ridge. Day has struck out twice today against Henderson. That one's up out of the zone and evens the count at 1-1. EPC put 4 up in the 3rd. Cedar Ridge scored in the 4th to set your score 4-1. Here in the bottom of the 6th is the Lady Timberwolves are your home team. That one's lifted up high to center. Second baseman, Caden Servadio, calls him off as that one kind of lifted up and came back into the infield grass area. And she makes the catch. She looks at first baseman Kelly Ashcraft. I just kind of caught it on the palm and squeezed it. Out number 1 for the Lady Warriors. Strike 1 to number 15, Shelby Pankey, the shortstop. She walked in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. Grounds this one to 3rd. Ashcraft to Ashcraft off her glove, and she'll be safe. So an error puts Shelby Pankey on for the 3rd time today. So a 1-out base runner for Cedar Ridge, and we see Maggie Baxter, the left fielder, come to the plate. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Baxter popped up to first in the 2nd inning and singled. Excuse me, I'm offline there. She flew out to first, she did, and then struck out in the 4th. She fouls that one off and is down 0-2. To Kylie Henderson, the EPC pitcher. She struck out 10 today, showing no effects from a little knee tweak yesterday. That one's lifted out to center fielder. Caroline Miller camps under it and drops it. But she's going to get the out at second. The force out at second. The 0-8-6 put out at second base. Fielder's choice for Baxter, as Pankey had to stay close to first thinking that was going to be caught. It just kind of fell out of her glove, and she's able to get it in. So fielder's choice has Baxter at first, 8-6 for the put out at second. And Ashley Kirk is at bat with 2 down here in the 6th inning and a runner on first. Swung on and missed. Kirk singled in her last appearance in the 5th, made it all the way to third base as the Lady T-Wolves left the bases loaded in the 5th and a chance to cut into this deficit or tie it up. She fouls that one off and is behind 0-2. She also flew out to first in the 2nd inning. Henderson's worked away out of a couple jams today, none bigger than the bases loaded jam in the last inning. 0-2 pitch, fouled off. Stays 0-2 with 2 outs. Maggie Baxter, the runner at first. 4-1, EPC leads Cedar Ridge. 3rd place game of the 2A2 regional here at Riverside. We'll have the championship game to follow at 2:30 with Riverside and Tuckerman. Up and out of the zone, and that unplugged something here as that came off. So if we lost the home plate camera, as Baxter moves to second on the wild pitch. But the strikeout and throw down to first gets the Lady Warriors out of the inning, and we'll head to the 7th with EPC leading Cedar Ridge 4-1 here on the NEA Sports Network.
Bowman Brothers Incorporated is a family-owned and operated business that served Lake City and Northeast Arkansas for over 50 years. We currently operate a retail hardware store, also selling guns, construction company, real estate, rental property management, and many storages. Located in Lake City, Arkansas on Highway 18, Bowman Brothers proudly supports the Riverside Rebels.
We are back here at Riverside High School, the 2A2 regional tournament, and that last wild pitch knocked out our home plate camera, so we'll be filming from the field in this 7th inning where the EPC Lady Warriors lead the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves 4-1 in this consolation game. As we are to the top of the lineup for, well, the second place hitter, I should say. Pitcher Kylie Henderson sees strike one from Reagan Skaggs. Flown out twice, but had an RBI double to get the scoring started in the third. Off the fence, put a ride into it, hit the fence hard in the air. It's 1-1 to Henderson. Now off-speed pitch up and out of the zone. We took a ball off our home plate camera here attached to the backstop, so you'll see the angle from the first base dugout where EPC is located from our field cam. That one's hit hard but out of play, and it's 2-2 to the Lady Warrior pitcher, Kylie Henderson. She's got now 11 strikeouts on the day. Lifted to center. In a little trouble, but Lindley Bruce comes on and makes a nice play in center field, and that's a fly out for Henderson. First out of the 7th inning. Riley Ashcraft, third baseman, reached on an error, grounded out, but then had a 2-run triple in that 4th inning where the Lady Warriors put up 4. She sees strike one there. That was where they're still at, and one in the 4th inning for Cedar Ridge. Off speed, got it way ahead of it. It's 0-2 to Ashcraft. That was in the 3rd, I should say. 4 in the 3rd for EPC, 1 in the 4th for Cedar Ridge to set this score. Hit really hard at the shortstop, Shelby Pankey, but she fields it on one hop, fires it over 6-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down for catcher Carmen Jones. She struck out. Reached she had an RBI single in that 3rd inning and then reached on an error, but was doubled off in the 5th. Lined out hard to center field as Bruce came in a couple steps, but then was able to throw the glove up and snag it. So quick inning there for the Lady Timberwolves. They'll have to get 3 to keep playing here in the bottom of the 7th as EPC leads it 4-1 here on NEA Sports.
Monette Co-op Incorporated, located in Monette, Arkansas, proudly partners with Tailgate Time. Tailgate Time is here to support our local farming community. You can give them a call at 870-680-0222. Monette Co-op is a proud supporter of the BIC Mustangs.
More stories, bigger legends. Season 2 of the Final Jump Shot podcast. Available now on Facebook, YouTube, or your favorite podcast provider.
Back here at Riverside High School, bottom of the 7th. Brianna Hopper sees ball 1 in the dirt. She's going to take the second pitch over the second baseman, falls right in between second and right for a leadoff hit for the number 9 hole hitter, Brianna Hopper. Her second hit of the day. She's 2 for 3 for the Lady T-Wolf second baseman. They got to get 3 to keep playing here. 4-1. EPC leads Cedar Ridge, third place game of the 2A2 region. And we're in the bottom of the 7th. Leadoff runner on. Hopper at first. That's grounded out. Grounded back to the pitcher. She gets the lead runner at second, but leadoff hitter Chloe Castillo beats out the throw for the double play, and it's still runner at runner at first on the fielder's choice. So Lindley Bruce now stepping in. She's got 3 strikeouts today, trying to put it in play for the first time. That one is low, ball 1. Leadoff hit by Hopper. Castillo reaching on a fielder's choice back to Henderson, who got the out at second. Fouled off out of play, 1-1. 1 down, 1 runner on. 4-1, EPC leads this one, bottom of 7. So if Cedar Ridge doesn't get 3, that'll end the game. If they get 4, that'll end the game. Hit to first baseman Ashcraft. She's going to come up throwing to second and get the lead runner again. So fielder's choice for Bruce as she's on, but 5-6 on the second out, put out. And the Lady T-Wolves are down to their final out here as Reagan Skaggs, the current pitcher, steps in to face Henderson. 2 outs here in bottom of the 7th. In the dirt, ball 1. Throw behind the runner, and she's back safely. Ashcraft, ball's knocked away, but not too far for Bruce to head to second base. One-0 delivery. Fouled off. Off the backstop, 1-1. We lost our home plate camera last inning, as we told you, off a ball off the camera, so we're going field view for the rest of this one. Foul tip off the catcher, Jones, and she's going to take a second, take that helmet off, and Coach Brandon Powell is going to come check on her off her right hand or arm there. She's squeezing on fingers, and the dangers of the catching position. I've heard many catchers affectionately call it the tools of ignorance. Their catching gear. She seems to be fine. Laughing it up. Fist bump to home plate umpire Corey Nosler. Brandon Powell says, "You're good. Rub some dirt on it. Let's finish this one out." Toughness shown by catcher Carmen Jones. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Runner on first, bottom of the 7th. Henderson up and out of the zone. That's going to move Lindley Bruce to second. And 2-2 is your count. So a runner in scoring position here, as the T-Wolves need 3 at the least. In the dirt, full count. Full count now to opposing pitcher Reagan Skaggs. Started in center, came in to pitch in the 3rd inning. Base hit up the middle. That will score Bruce from second. And a 2-out RBI makes this one 4-2. Nice piece of hitting there by Skaggs on the full count. So RBI, she scored the other run for Cedar Ridge. Now she's got an RBI for the second. Bella Arms is going to see strike 1 come as they cut the lead to 4-2 to Cedar Ridge here in the bottom of the 7th. Now trying to make a 2-out rally. 0-1 count now to Arms. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Way ahead is Kylie Henderson. Arms started in the circle, now has gone to first base. has walked, grounded out, and struck out today. Time called. Coach Brandon Powell with some instructions. 0-2, 2 down, 1 runner on. 4-2. Fouled off. Stays alive. Keeps the Lady T-Wolf hopes alive in this one. Swung on and missed. And that is the 12th strikeout of the day for Kylie Henderson, and number 12 is the biggest one as that ends the game. With these Poinsett County Lady Warriors 4, the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves 2, and EPC will now be the 3 seed out of the 2A2 region, headed to Palestine Wheatley next week. Lady Warriors will play at 12:30 on Thursday as the 3 seed. They'll play the 2nd seed out of the 2A4, which is being held at Murfreesboro. And at 2:30, you'll have Horatio playing Woodlawn. So the loser of that game between Horatio and Woodlawn will be who EPC faces May 14th, Thursday, May 14th at 12:30 at Palestine Wheatley. The Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves will be the 4 seed out of the 2A2 region. They'll play the winner of that game. So the winner of Horatio Woodlawn will battle the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves. That's at 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 14th. So 10 a.m. Cedar Ridge, 12:30 EPC down in Palestine Wheatley at the 2A2 state tournament. First game that went the distance in this regional tournament was a good one. 4-2 EPC your victory, or gets the victory today. So if you'll join us back, at least the earliest will be 12:30. They're going to redo the field and all of that. So at 2:30. I misspoke. At 2:30, we'll have the championship game of this 2A2 regional. It'll be the Riverside Lady Rebels and the Tuckerman Lady Bulldogs, which should be a dandy. 2 of the top teams in 2A going battle here in this regional final at 2:30. If you want to catch a little more action, there's the Consolation baseball game going on at the NEA Sports Facebook page. You got us here on YouTube. So over on the NEA Sports Facebook page, it is Sloan Hendricks and Tuckerman battling in the 6th inning on that side in the baseball consolation game. They'll have the baseball championship, which will be EPC and Riverside at 2:30 as well. So if you would, join us back here at 2:30. We hope to have everything fixed and ready to go on time this time for the championship game. So for Derek McIntyre, and he's been a busy man today, but Brad Davis on the call. We'll have Dr. Garrett Weaver with us for that one. So join us back at 2:30 for Riverside and Tuckerman in the 2A2 regional finals here on NEA Sports.